Ladies and gentlemen, today is December 28th, 2023. I think this is going to be the last time that I ever make videos like these. But today, we are going to be talking about perseverance. So let's go. It's been a while since we've last done this, hasn't it? Last time I did this, I was a lot of a happier person. Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely still capable of being happy, especially when I'm with my friends, but I'm going to be completely honest, things just aren't the way they were before, and it hurts. I don't even know how I want to start this off, because there's so many things I want to tell you guys that I don't even know in which way I want to start it off. I know. I'll start off by asking a question to all of you. Guys, when it comes to all the people in the world that have ever achieved whatever it is that they wanted to achieve within their lives, especially the ones that are highly competitive, do you think that every single one of them, whether it be something like being a YouTuber, being something like a movie actor, being something like a professional athlete, or hell, even something like being a doctor, to all the people that ever made it within those high competition jobs, do you think that every single person that made it because they were truly the best? Now hold that thought for a second, because I want to talk about my channel now. This year, 2023, has been a very challenging and difficult year for me so far. It hurts when you set goals for yourself and you put your all into it, knowing that you deserve way more than what you currently have, and then not getting everything that you thought you would have gotten by the end of it all. At the beginning of this year, when I made my first video on New Year's Day, I uploaded it on January 2nd. One of the goals that I set for myself was wanting to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers by December 31st, 2023. It is now December 28th, 2023, and we're currently only at 641 subscribers. And we started this year off at 508. Now on the bright side, we did grow. We grew over 100, nearly 140 subscribers is what we grew. But unfortunately, we didn't get the goal that I wanted to get for myself. And what makes it hurt is not the fact that I didn't make it to that goal. But you see, the thing is, if I had not put in all the effort that I know I could have put in, where I felt like I wouldn't have deserved it, then yes, I would feel like I wouldn't have deserved it, and so therefore I wouldn't have felt the way that I feel now. But with how much I've done within this year, with all the videos that I made, both the gaming videos and the vlogging videos, it hurts to see that I put in that much work to get this little, to get only about 100 plus subscribers. And that's what makes me really think to myself, how many people really make it because they were truly the best? So now let's go back to that question that I asked, guys. Of all the people, of all of the different types of jobs that have a lot of competition, very, very highly competitive, where so many people are trying to achieve it, but only so few will actually achieve it. For the very few that do achieve it, do those people achieve it because they were truly the best? I want to bring up a meme that I thought of, that, you know, kind of relates to this. I don't know if you guys have seen this meme before, but the meme is basically trying to downplay like how hot models are, because they've seen, like, you know, women that are way hotter than like the models that we know of. And so basically the meme is like, it shows the same picture of a fictional, you know, woman, but it shows it in two different art styles. The first art style shows it in a not so impressive look, and then it shows that same woman, except like she's just like a 10 out of 10, like super attractive. And so the meme is basically, it shows like most supermodels, and then it will show the picture of you know, that chick where she doesn't look that, you know, good, but, you know, she's basically mediocre. And then the meme will go on to say that one random girl that walks down the street, and then it will show that same chick, but infinitely hotter. And the reason why I feel like that meme is very applicable to this conversation that we're having right now is because all I am thinking about is all the talent out there that would have truly been the best than the talent that we know right now that has actually made it. But the talent that is better will never be able to let the world know of their greatness. And you know, sometimes I feel like when it comes to YouTube, I'm basically that random girl walking down the street. When it comes to the level of talent, the level of quality that I've put into my videos, I know that I would actually be able to put myself on the same level, the same pedestal as some of these YouTubers that have actually made it. And not just myself, but so many others. I don't know if you guys watched my What's Been Going On video from 2 months ago. But within that video, I said how that, like, yeah, there have been so many people who through the years have, or not just through the year, but through this year specifically, there have been so many people who have told me how underrated of a YouTuber I am, and how I deserve way more subscribers and views than I have right now. But you know, I started realizing that I'm not the only YouTuber who's being called that, right? Where I'm getting those types of comments. I'm not the only small YouTuber who's being called underrated. I'm not the only small YouTuber who's being called a goat. I'm not the only small YouTuber who's being, you know, told that they should deserve way more views and way more subscribers than they have right now. I'm not the only one. And so, I ask you all this question. What is going to separate myself from everybody else who's in the same position as me, where I will go from being that random girl walking down the street to now actually being a supermodel, essentially? What is going to separate myself from the rest of the people who are just like me, where they have all this talent, but they will never be known? Perseverance. Perseverance. So now, when we go back to that question of, do we truly believe that the people that made it only because they were truly the best, where they had the most talent ever, where even the people that didn't make it, they didn't make it just simply because they weren't good enough? No. Because what I've realized within this journey, guys, is that when you are trying to achieve a dream, sometimes it doesn't matter how much talent you have or how good you are with what you are doing. There are going to be obstacles that come up within your life, hardships that you will have to face within your trials and tribulations. There are going to be things that are really going to put you to the test. And it's going to be up to you whether or not you want to step up to it or step down. And I think that is the thin line that separates the people that have talent and don't make it, and have talent and do make it. They persevere, the others quit. It saddens me when I think about all the talent that exists within this world that will never be known, where the world will never know of their talent because they weren't able to put up with the hard times that life put them through. But you know, guys, I think that is very important, because think of it like this. Even once you become successful, you are going to have hardships. One automatic hardship is you now having to maintain this newfound success that you just got. So if you can't overcome the hardships that you will have to go through just to achieve success, how will you be able to overcome the hardships that will come with you maintaining success once you get it? So perseverance absolutely matters. You cannot just simply be talented. Now here's the thing, when it comes to the people that have made it, even though I don't think that they are because that they made it because they're genuinely the most talented and absolutely like the best of the best, or even the people that didn't make it, they didn't make it because they weren't as good as them. No, I think at the very least that those people had to at least be good enough. They had to at least be proficient. So they at least do have some talent to themselves to have made it that far. But they didn't have to be the absolute best. Just enough to be good enough at what they do, combined with the fact that they are able to persevere and push through everything that happens within their life. And here's the thing, I'm not special, but I do special things, and I think in a special way. Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how many YouTubers you guys have seen that are as small as myself that do things like me, like what I'm doing right now. Pursuing whatever type of goal you set for yourself requires more than just hard work, requires more than just talent, requires more than even just smart work, requires more than determination, requires more than being patient. All of those things are pointless if you can't even persevere through all the pain that comes within your life. And within this year, man, especially after the latter half, things have been more difficult for me than ever before. Now, I'm not trying to say that, like, you know, like I've got people that are dying within my life, or, you know, that like I'm suffering from some like uncurable disease or anything like that. No, I'm not trying to make it seem like that's how bad things are going for me right now. But things are definitely getting bad to the point where the discouragement and the frustration that I feel from this journey of mine, where I haven't gotten to a point where I know I should be at by now, combined with this newfound hardship that I've been experiencing within my life for these past few months, it has definitely made it harder to keep putting in the same effort, or to even put in more effort than I've ever put in before with this. And I also want to let you guys know something real quickly. Within that month that I uploaded my video, What's Been Going On, which is easily like one of the, you know, most depressing videos that I've uploaded on this channel, I mentioned this within my recap. I'm working on my recap right now, guys, and it's gonna be uploaded on the 31st, I promise you. But within that same month that I made my video, What's Been Going On, in October, within that same month, I started watching this anime called Blue Lock. That anime, man. You see, here's the thing. Like how I just said right now that I've been going through hardships harder than ever before, I think in the month of October, that's when I was at my absolute lowest. And it was at my absolute lowest that I started watching this anime. And I think that there couldn't have been a better time for me to have watched the anime than within October. I don't want to go on to talk about every single thing within that show that stood out to me that I really appreciate for how it helped me gain back the motivation that I was starting to lose from all of this. But there are two things that I want to mention about that anime that really stood out to me. The first thing that I want to talk about is the main character, the protagonist of the show. If you guys haven't watched it, his name is Isagi Yoichi. But the main character, Isagi, man, there's this one thing within the show where every time, it's an anime about soccer, basically. And so every time he's in a predicament where while he's playing the game against the enemy team, sometimes whenever he's up against, you know, where his back is up against the wall and he really needs to, like, you know, either step up or step down, every time he needs to get better and he needs to think about what he needs to do in order to solve the problem that he's facing, what will happen is the show will figuratively show him breaking down into millions of little puzzle pieces, and then he will have to rearrange himself together once again. And by doing that, he improves and becomes better to the point where he's able to now solve the problem that was giving him a rough time. And I could relate to that so much, especially with YouTube, because that's exactly how it's felt like for me for all these years that I've been doing this. I always feel like I have to rearrange the puzzle pieces within myself to make myself better when it comes to the quality of my videos, the editing, the thumbnails, understanding the YouTube algorithm more, and knowing what type of tags to use, knowing like when I should upload my video and yada yada yada. It really does feel like that for me. It really does. And saying that within Isagi, I saw that within myself. And I don't know if you guys have realized how now I'm starting to change my thumbnails. I don't know if you guys like the new thumbnails that I'm making now, but in all honesty, I think these are the new thumbnails that I'm gonna start making from this point on. And in all honesty, I think they're starting to work. Because notice how now, ever since like September or October, some of my videos are starting to get more views now. For example, when I uploaded that video, Fears to Fathom Chapter 4, that video got nearly 600 views. And now, literally my most recent video, Geometry Dash, that video has over 200 views. These two videos are some of the most viewed videos that I've uploaded within this year, alongside with Night of the Consumers. And I think that partially has to do with thumbnails. And then there's one other moment within Blue Lock that I saw that literally changed me for the better. And this is what truly made me get my motivation back. You see, since I was at my all-time low and was starting to become very discouraged, here's the thing, guys. I know that you've seen me become way less consistent, or, you know, when it comes to how often I upload my videos. But I've said this in that video of mine, the What's Been Going On video. I said it quite late within that video. The reason why I'm uploading less is not just simply because like I don't want to upload more, but it's because I'm deliberately doing it so that I don't burn myself out. Like it's a strategic move. It's not because I'm trying to get lazy with this or because this is becoming too hard for me to upload more. I could, but I would get very burnt out if I were to do that. So I'm deliberately uploading only specifically when popular games come out, because those are the videos that will get me the views that I'm trying so desperately to get. But the other moment that I'm talking about, there's this side character, and his name is Baro. And it was in episode 18. But within that episode, it showed this scene where he had to make a decision between whether or not he wanted to pass the ball to his teammates to let them score instead of him. And so then they would have won the game without him ever scoring, or he would have to again step up and find a way to be able to score the goal for himself. And I don't know how to explain it, but it showed that he was about to pass the ball to his teammates, and it showed the alternate life that he would have lived if he had made that pass. And it showed that his dream of becoming a top soccer player would have never happened. What would have happened is he would have just lived his life as like an ordinary businessman, an ordinary guy, probably working minimum wage, and it showed that he was sitting in his dark room, sitting on his bed, drinking beer, watching the guy that he would have made the pass to play soccer instead of him. And he was watching that on the TV. He was watching someone living the life that he wanted to live himself. And when I saw that, it literally just struck something in my heart like never before. When I saw that one scene of him drinking beer in his dark room on his bed, watching someone live the life that he wanted to live because he quit doing the thing that he was trying to achieve for himself, that struck me in my heart unlike ever before. And it made me realize that that could literally be me with YouTube if I were to stop in the middle of the process. And that really reassured to me how that is the type of life that I could be living for myself if I decide to just stop doing all of this. That will literally be me. I will be watching these YouTubers on my screen, living the life, playing video games for fun, having an amazing community that loves watching those videos that he or she makes, and they will be living the life that I want to live for myself, and I will never achieve it for myself. And so I will forever live a life of vicariousness. And when I saw that, all that I thought to myself was, that is not the life that I'm going to live. You know, I think a great way to really motivate people whenever they're trying to pursue a dream and they're starting to get down bad is to not just simply remind them of all the great things that'll wait for them if they continue to do it, but also another amazing way to bring back their motivation is to remind them of all the horrible things that'll wait for them if they quit. Because that's basically what it was like for me. Seeing that with Borrow in episode 18 of Blue Lock. Man, that just really reminded me of all the horrible things and all the horrible feelings that I will start to feel if I just quit all of this. Instead of all the great things that will happen for me if I continue to do this, no matter what. And so when it comes to Blue Lock, how does that tie in with perseverance? That's helped me realize that I need to persevere with everything that I'm going through. And sometimes when your back is up against the wall, you have got a split decision to make between either stepping up or stepping down. And I'm telling you this right now, I am definitely stepping up, because all this pain that I'm going through right now has caused, you see, this pain would cause other people to become discouraged and to start quitting and to start putting in less effort. This pain is literally pushing me and motivating me to put in more work than ever before. And if you see my latest videos, you will know that that is exactly the case. I will not be living my life as that random girl walking down the street forever, where all these beautiful women that exist out in the world will never be known to the world because they don't have any type of fame or popularity to themselves, to the point where people within the world would actually know of how gorgeous and beautiful those women are. But they only know of the average looking, mediocre, decent women that are famous and popular because they're models. No, I will become that random girl walking down the street who will eventually turn into a model herself. That will be me. I will not just become an undiscovered talent for the rest of my life. Things are not going to stay like this forever. They will not. They will change, whether it be for the worst or for the best. But just know this, I will do everything in my power to make sure that it becomes better and that it will change for the absolute best. I said this within my video, for my recap video, but I'm going to say it now. This is basically a quote of mine that I've created for myself. And it goes like this: from mud to lotus, from caterpillar to butterfly, from pressure to diamond, I will allow all the pain within this world to push me to greatness. And within 2024, I will become greater than I've ever been before. And even if I don't make it in 2024, I'm still gonna keep going in 2025, and so on until I make it. I don't care how long it takes me. I will always have the perseverance to push through everything until I finally get to where I want to get. So this has been the TheHarpyEagle, everyone. I will see you all within my final video of this year, the 2023 recap. And then after that, 2023 will end and 2024 will begin. So I will see you all within the next year. And until next time, everybody, take care of yourselves.